Yes, welcome to part 2. And we're asking, where do the dead go to when they die? So, we were reading the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verses 19. 3 verses 19. This is very clear that for that which befalleth the sons of men, befalleth the beast. There is something that is common to a man, is also common to the beast. Even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. So as the man dieth, so dieth the beast. As a man dieth, so dieth the rat. As a man dieth, so dieth the buffalo. So if a man goes to heaven when he's dead, it means the buffalo also goes to heaven when it's dead. Okay? But if the buffalo does not go to heaven when it's dead, it means the man also does not go to heaven when it's dead. Okay, listen. So died the other. Yeah, they have all one breath. They have one breath, so that a man hath no preeminence above a beast for all his vanity. We have nothing special when it comes to matters of that way. There's nothing special that there's nothing that a man is so special than a beast. We are all the same when it comes to death. Verses 20. All go unto one place. Men and beasts go to one place when they die. So ask yourself, where do they go? Where do they go? Listen, verses 20. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 20. All are of the dust. We are all taken. We found in the book of Genesis chapter 2, verses 7, that we all came from the dust. Okay? And so after the sin, after the curse, we were also at death to return to the dust. And all turn to dust again. We all turn to dust when we die. We die. Now, we want to look at King David. King David, who is King David? King David, we go to the book of Acts chapter 13, verses 22. I'm reading King James Version. Is saying, and when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after mine own heart, which shall fulfill all my will. God is referring to David as a man after his own heart. His own heart. How God really loved this man. Now, we ask again, where is David now? Where is David, the man after God's heart? Where is David? The book of Acts, chapter 2. The book of Acts, chapter 2, verses 29. Listen. These are the words of Paul. He's saying, men and brethren, let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David, that he is both dead and buried, and his sepulchre is with us unto this day. The man after God's heart, his grave, his sepulchre is with us unto a man after God. How righteous are you? Are you more than righteous than David? Are our relatives more righteous than David? That God has decided that David should remain here until the glorious morning to know his fate, just to let the rest go to heaven, but let David, the man after his own heart, remain here? Our God is a just God. Very, very just God. David is still here. Listen. He says in verse 34, Acts 2:34, for David is not ascended unto the heavens. A man after God's heart is not ascended unto the heavens. He's still here. Anyone where there is no any reference in the Bible that he went to heaven, There is a reference of Enoch. There is a reference of Elijah. There's a reference of Moses. Okay? There's that reference. So there are reference of people where if there is any group that there is a reference that God mentioned that this group went to heaven, that when you have no choice to accept. But anyone who's not mentioned, my friend, the disciples, even Stephen was stoned in Acts 7:59, he's still here. Mary, mother of Jesus, still here. All the disciples, they are still here. All the great men, the patriots, the prophets, the disciples, great men and women who did great work, they are still here. Waiting for Jesus. Now, so if David is still here, also when we die, we have to wait as David waited. Now we go to Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verses 10. We ask God something here. The most reliable source of information, sola scriptura. Chapter 9, verses 5 says, verses 5 says, for the living know that they shall die. Even you who is watching Amazing Networks, you know that you will die. I know I will die. Okay? But the dead know not anything. The dead know not anything. Anything. Are you a thing? Is what is around you a thing? The dead know not anything. When somebody is dead, he doesn't know anything. That is the Bible, not me. He doesn't know anything. That's the Bible. Neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. The memory forgotten. 6. Also, their love. Hey, if they loved somebody, sweetheart, babe, they no longer listen to that. Babe, I miss you. You do good things, putting flowers and everything, because you think that he or she is seeing these things. My friend, they don't see. They don't even know what you are doing. That's the fact. Their love. Their hate. Sometimes if somebody before he died you, maybe she was your enemy, there are things that happen. Now we'll find it in the coming sessions, that you cannot even go to the grave, because if you go, what happens? Maybe the body swells, or maybe it changes to some funny images, something like that. These things happen. But that is where now because here we are here to unmask the devil, unmask his devil and his lies, so that we can know the truth. The book of John chapter 8 verses that says, and they shall know the truth, and the truth shall set them free. The truth shall set. So we need to be free from this lie. We need to unmask the devil so that we can be free. Verse 6, it says, the envy have now perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. Hey, this is so powerful. The dead have no any portion forever in anything that happens under the sun, as long as they're dead. Listen again, I repeat. For they have no any portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. Are we under the sun? The dead have no any portion. So if you say you dreamt of the death that he came to you in a dream, we are under the sun. They have no any portion. They cannot take part in anything that happened under the sun. They cannot. We are under the sun. They cannot take part. They cannot hate. They cannot love. They cannot instruct. And so in coming series, we are going to look at very, very important and the devil's lie. The stories we have to look at. The stories of Samuel. We look at the story of Samuel. The story of Lazarus. We are going to look at them and look at the Bible. Let the Bible reveal itself. Watch out for the next session. This is Amazing Network.